I look back on my life, there are a lot of people that have had an influence on me and my spiritual life. But when I was asked, one person came to mind. When I was 16, I went and lived with some family in New Zealand for 6 months. Mostly my cousin and his wife, and her name was Becky. And she had a way of bringing the Lord into just everyday life. We could be at the grocery store or driving home from church or doing the dishes. And she lived out her faith in word and in action. And I hadn't really seen that before. I hadn't experienced anyone that just God was the center and you could hear it and see it so much. I'm sure that she would be really humble and think of all the things she did wrong, but I saw Jesus lived out in her life. So every morning my room came directly into the dining room and kitchen. And so I would come out in the morning, and without fail, Becky would be either on her knees or head bowed at the table, just obviously in prayer, and with her Bible open, both. Every morning. I just remember seeing that, and that made such a big impact on me. And it was no wonder that her day was filled with Jesus, because she started every day with him. So there was one point in my trip, because I was there for 6 months and I was 16. There's one point in my trip where I needed some correction and some encouragement. And so she sat me down and talked to me. And I hadn't really experienced this kind of talk before. It was long. That's what I remember. It was long. She was so patient with me. And it wasn't just like, hey, you need to do this. She really wanted to talk to my heart and point me to Jesus. And that has influenced my parenting now with my kids, and my walk with Jesus ever since. So I'm just really thankful for the time that I live with them, for the time that all the talks we had, all the moments where she was just pointing me in the right direction and setting a good example for what real faith lived out looks like.